It's always fun when you're recording until the sun starts coming up. It's currently dawn. 5:53 a.m. in fact. Can I just hold up? How explosive is this? Not at all. Okay. Go ahead and capture that real quick. Okay, where are all of these hiss nodes? Oh, that was completed. I have an itchy ear. You may retire. Apparently there were more. Oh, that's not his note. Ooh, Pierce. That's tier 3. Oh well. Where is... Oh. I do not know how that helmeted head takes extra damage.
NSC. Northmore Sarcophagus Container. The two previous directors both lost control while dealing with paranatural forces. I don't want to make that a rule.
Hold up. The what sarcophagus container? My brain's having trouble processing that. You're telling me this thing's a sarcophagus? Oh! I could have gotten up here all along. Mm-hmm. Oh, the game's lagging because it is having trouble. It has to render so many objects right now. Oh, I'm so sorry. Everything. Oh, I saw. Oh, I see you. That was it? Coolio.
The other day. It was in my sink. When I snaked it out, it asked if I had anything to drink.
What did you say?
I think I got it a beer.
What was in your sink? Because I didn't catch that first part of the conversation. And I'm going to get out of here before my computer has to keep rendering anything. I'm not ready for this. In fact, I should go to bed. I'm actually getting sleepy. But I don't want to. The game is fun. And I'm a gaming addict. Is there actually such a thing as an addiction to playing video games? No clue. Oh, that's so pretty. That's so pretty. There's the sky, the clouds. They turn pink.
Oh, I can't believe you. Man, I never thought I'd be working in the executive sector. Look at me now, Ma.
I'll see you later.
You know where I'll be.
Yeah, yes I do. Sorry. I do want to.
In the Ocean View Motel. Could survivors be hiding inside?
It's possible. I remember a report about a similar incident from '84. The Bureau lost contact with a whole department during a house shift. The department head was found in the motel 2 years later. His arm stuck in the vending machine.
Make a note to send in a search party when possible.
Analysis of His Threat, Part 5, Confidential. Summary. His corruption manifests in vastly different ways. Some hosts remain largely unchanged, while others are barely recognizable as human. What determines this level of alteration? Is it the duration of corruption? Could it simply be an evolutionary process of... Yeah. I feel like I've read this before, is why I stopped. It could... Is it the duration of the corruption? It could simply be an evolutionary process, with each entity representing a stage of growth in an undiscovered linear progression leading towards... what? Additionally, his entities possess various paranatural abilities. How have they achieved this? Do they gain them from corrupting objects of power? Have they corrupted a single highly talented para-utilitarian and divided their access to paranatural abilities across the network of his corrupted hosts? As a scientist, I am hindered by the sheer number of questions. It's difficult to identify where one should begin. What is the most pertinent question? How do we kill it? Well, that seems like a good start. Refer to file, redacted, for full report. Compiled by Emily Pope, Research Specialist, by order of Director Jesse Fried. Take a seat.
Jesse, good to see you. We've got Dylan situated in his containment cell like you asked. I've got medical staff running tests as we speak, and I'd be happy to walk you through the details later. Other than that, what's next?
With the slide projector turned off, the hiss are shut out, but we're stuck with the ones already here. We can't lift the lockdown until they're all eradicated. If any hiss ever got out, that would be the end of everything.
Well, eliminating them all will take time. Look, I'll do what I can on my end, but my research is progressing slower than I'd like.
I think I can help with that. I am making you the head of research, effective immediately. I want you to use everything the Bureau has, every resource, every confidential scrap of data, and find a way to keep the hiss out for good.
That's... Really? I mean, yes, I can certainly... Yes! Yes, I accept.
You'll do great. Besides, I didn't really have anyone else lined up.
I'm honored, Jesse, really. Thank you.
Emily's adorable.
Do you remember Mr. Tommasi, the head of communications? The hiss he was changed into showed up in Containment, near the turntable.
I'll take care of it. That thing's not getting away this time.
I've heard reports about his particular use of language and intonation when repeating the hiss babbling. The biological and behavioral distinctions between different hiss-corrupted individuals is truly fascinating. I wonder if I could categorize the data.
And she's already off on her own thing.
Okay, so I did look through the achievements. I forgot the head of communications was in Alan Wake's story. DLC.
How do you feel about me taking over as director?
You act like it just happened. You've been director since we first met, remember? I'm still thrilled. Nothing's changed. Not for me. But the Bureau has changed. Trench and Darling are gone. Their knowledge, anything not written down, disappeared with them. They knew the Bureau better than anyone.
They're the Bureau's past, Emily. We won't operate like they did. We'll learn from their mistakes. We'll be better than they ever were. We won't ever be like them. When the hiss got into my head, I saw some weird things. I think Darling even spoke to me. Does that make any sense to you?
Empirically, no, but phantom voices as well as hallucinatory states are not uncommon here. And considering the forces that Dr. Darling was working with, he could have been transferred to a different plane of consciousness, physically or otherwise.
And that doesn't upset you?
Oh, very. The fact that he hid those forces from me, it's infuriating. But Darling's dream was always to look beyond our reality. This time he may have taken a step too far, but as long as his consciousness can perceive his surroundings, I'm sure he's loving it.
Maybe Darling was just trying to protect you from the darker side of his work.
Fuck that. I'm not a child. Like, don't just assume I'm going to consider something morally repugnant.
Which it all was.
Which it all was, of course.
I love her.
How was Dylan?
The same. I can't detect any his activity, but his physiology has certainly been altered by it. And I can't tell if his brain activity is genuine or simply the aftermath of the hiss, like spasms. Dylan could wake up tomorrow for all I know. I really can't say.
Then I just have to wait for him. That's fair. He waited a long time for me.
Don't worry. We'll be monitoring him round the clock. If he wakes up, we'll be ready. I don't mean that in a hostile way, just... well, you know.
I hear you. My brother isn't exactly popular around here. I hope one day he'll have the chance to change that. So, there was a moment after Hedron died that I couldn't feel my powers. The hiss got into my head. Just for a moment.
So that explains the HRA outage. Before we knew what was happening, the hiss had us. They were in my head. I saw terrible things. I mean, I was about to go under forever when the hiss was pushed back. The HRAs had come back on. Dylan vanished afterwards, and we fought off the hiss that came after him. So if Hedron's death knocked out the HRAs, that means there must be a new local source for them to relay, which I'm guessing must be...
me.
You. Hedron is dead, assuming that word even applies to a resonant-based life form. But whatever it awakened in you, the power you call Polaris, is still active. Or at least, that's what my instruments are telling me.
I don't think we're ever gonna understand all of this. And I'm okay with that. I'm just glad you're here with me. That's good to know. Thanks, Emily. I found Dylan attacking the astral plane and the board. What was he hoping to accomplish?
Huh. Since they arrived, Hiss have been corrupting objects of power, which have an inherent link to the astral plane. Maybe their goal was to access the astral plane and the board itself.
That still doesn't tell us why.
His motives are a difficult thing to work out, but I have been digging through confidential files and noticed a strange gap in knowledge regarding the board. Looks like any data on them has either been deleted or was never gathered in the first place.
Then maybe it's time someone looked into that.
Maybe it is.
I can assure you that information was never gathered in the first place.
Well, I've got a bureau to run. See you soon.
Yes, ma'am, Director Faden.
Please, Emily. Not even as a joke.
Am I?
Where are the files on parasitic entities I asked for?
I found a couple of relevant files in Dr. Darling's office. I'd have to dig through the archives for the rest, but I'm not going through the Panopticon. Not with the altered items loose.
Then go see if any ranger squads are available for a file retrieval mission.
Am I the only one who could see them as just like a bit of a couple? Okay, so we actually have something more important than the jukebox now. Locating his corrupted Tommasi is my current objective. Let's see if we can stop this person once finally. Ooh, jaded facet. How many jukebox tokens? Foundation. I don't know if I'll make use of any of those. Where are they? Containment. Turntable. Where do I... Sealed threshold entrance. Got it. So, Tommasi, for anyone who can't remember because it's been forever, is the creature that is from the Alan Wake DLC. He's down there somewhere. Not this way. I legitimately don't know where I'm supposed to go to find them. I think there's a door around here somewhere. Ah, yes, it is this one. This place looks new. I heard breathing. Man, it's been forever since I played a shooter. Ah, I need to go to Transit Corridor South. Unless... Nope. Not happening. Transit to corridor south, it is, then. Are those things gonna, like, devour him or something? You can't hit what's behind cover. I love how they're trying to fight that. Oh, it's dead. Oh, it just died. Oh, hi. Good luck with that. Tommasi. Where would Tommasi be? Marco. Marco? No fun. He doesn't even say polo. What's with the audio? Okay. Where's... Question marks. Marco Polo.
There you are.
Oh, that's Tommasi. I thought Tommasi... This is someone completely different. Never mind. I'm having trouble getting up to your level. Give me a minute. Ow. There you are, Tommasi. Sirens. You don't have to keep mocking me by telling me that I lose 10% of my source every time I die. So, sorry for hyping that boss battle up. I forgot that it's... Tommasi, I think, was the second... Was it the second or the first boss battle? I think they were, like, the first time I saw one of his elevated. But Well, that explains why the lights didn't turn out. No pickups anywhere? That's okay. You okay there, Jet? Never mind, that's actually supposed to look like that. I thought the game was like, we weren't prepared for this. That's always amusing. You could walk through everywhere through here, but like that would be so exhausting.
You're listening to America Overnight, now in our 29th year, lifting the veil between fiction and reality.
These guys are old.
Thank you for staying up with us. I've been getting a lot of calls about this meteor in Sterling, Colorado. There are reports of a large spherical container that crash-landed in a field outside town. Some government people reportedly took it away. Now, we happen to broadcast from Colorado, and Sterling isn't far. I drove down myself to check it out with members of the America Overnight team. I don't need to tell you, it wasn't long before we found pieces of metal debris scattered in a field. Listeners, this is yet another instance of an unidentified flying object, or UFO, entering our airspace and crashing. That the government took away the evidence under cover of darkness only compounds the fact that these are more than likely visitors from beyond our planet, or dare I say, solar system. Head on over to our website to see pictures of the spacecraft pieces we uncovered. And while you're doing that, our sponsors would like your ear. America Overnight will be right back.
These are really well designed for listening to on these little cassette players. It might be a container, but I don't think it's metal. Or a UFO, I should say. Sterling, AWE 46. Details. Local witnesses report a big bright flash in the field, at approximately redacted. No noise accompanied the light. Authorities had assumed the object fell from the sky, but our examination found the object actually manifested there, vaporizing the soil around it in an intense spherical redacted, which possibly explains the light seen from the town. The object is a hollow sphere made of a stone-like material. Structural analysis of the material does not redacted on record. The sphere has a broken portion, as if something redacted from the object. The object has been inactive since arriving at the Bureau. The Communications Department officially stated to the press that the object was a small meteor while also using the America Overnight program to redacted. See episode 92. Note, this AWE will be studied in the containment sector until the spherical object is deemed safe to be transferred to the investigation sector. Yep, we're still in containment. I mean, it's probably okay. No. Well, they're dead. Ow! There you are. We finished already? I was just getting started. That's my problem with these random encounters, is they're too short. Sterling summary. A paranatural object appeared in a field outside the town of Sterling, Colorado, near a billboard advertising redacted. No civilians were injured, though a family dog has been reported as missing since the event. Event response. Local authorities arrived on scene and began issuing orders over a monitored line of communication using several watchwords flagged by the Bureau, including redacted. Bureau agents from the regional office were dispatched and arrived 2 hours after local police. The situation was contained and analysis began. The Bureau research staff arrived the next day and examined the object. After redacted days of evaluation, the object was lifted into an enclosed truck with built-in black rock panels and relocated to the Bureau headquarters via the subway transit system leading into the oldest house. When you say a truck, what do you mean by a truck? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, this seems a bit bigger than your average semi-truck trailer. But I haven't been on the road lately, so could be that I'm just wrong. So that actually went a bit faster than I expected, so, oh, that's right. This is I'm gonna stitch this onto the previous episode. Because I did a, exploration into the thing. It went poorly. So, there's that. I'm going to, cut out the, jukebox investigation. Whatever those things are called. Those dives. Gonna cut out that portion because I didn't do very much. Also, I'm so sad for everyone here is gonna need a therapist or 15 because everyone here has gone through the same thing of having the hiss poke around in their brain for a little bit.
Dimensional doorways, then which is the object of power, the slide or the slide projector? Or is the distinction itself a fallacy?
She's a ventriloquist.
I took care of the Tommasi problem. Sorry, I forget he was a coworker.
Don't apologize. That wasn't the real Tommasi. He died when the hiss got him.
You're right. I just didn't want to be insensitive.
Sentimentality is a weakness in situations like these, Jesse. That's Bureau 101.
I don't think Emily's in danger of being called sentimental.
I don't think so either.
Well, I've got a bureau to run. See you soon.
Yes, ma'am, Director Faden.
Please, Emily. Not even as a joke.
Who moved my waveform of the hiss recording?
Sorry, ma'am. I took them. Darling asked for any visual materials to be stowed for future instructional videos. He asked for anything that looks particularly good in a backdrop.
Inform all research staff that any instructional videos are postponed indefinitely. And don't ever touch my work again.
She does not like people messing with her work. Okay, how long did that take? About long enough. And hey, I have 4 ability points. I already have that. I could increase Grand Slam damage. I don't use it. I should probably upgrade melee. There's so much to get. Astral constructs. What? Why am I only now getting this? Also, jukebox tokens. This requires... So yeah, the more you get, the cheaper they are to get. They cost a ton, though. But it takes a ton of jukebox tokens to, run the jukebox. I'm gonna give this another try. I can start up to 4 expeditions. I'm gonna cover that next episode.